All right, looks like the remote is finally working now. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Joey Baseball here. I wanted to try something a little bit different. I don't have anything to unbox today. I did change things up a little bit since my last video, so I changed the table. It is more of this goldish color now. I painted it gold because it was like this rose gold, reddish color before, but I felt like it blended too much with the background. So now I feel like the table stands out a little bit more than it did before. Just changed up the display a little bit. Still got all my art back here. I actually have so much more up above, but I just can't get the correct angle right, if that makes any sense. So what I'm thinking about doing is pushing the camera back even further than what it is right now. But the setup right now is kind of working the way it's all right so far. And I don't have anything here to unbox today. However, I don't know where I put it, but I do want to do the volcano unboxing and do that little volcano project because I got that from the dollar store, but I don't know exactly what I need. So I actually did open it up. I usually like to open them up right on the video, but I opened that up before because the other ones that I did, the projects that I did, when I would open them up, I ended up needing another thing, and then I ended up needing to go get that. So then I had to break the video up into two parts because I just don't feel like editing the videos. So today I just wanted to talk about a video that I saw on YouTube because eventually I do want to make this a discussion channel. So I watched a video on YouTube, and I remember years ago you used to be able to do comment responses, and then YouTube took that away. So I thought, let me just do some comment responses to videos because I saw the video and I could leave a comment on the video, or I can just make a video and talk about my feelings towards it. And whether or not anybody sees this video is kind of irrelevant because I'm just doing this to build up my own skills in terms of public speaking, in terms of broadcasting, and just trying to be a better YouTuber altogether. So the video that I watched was the story of Tiny Tim, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below because I actually thought it was a really good video. This is the first video I saw from this particular YouTuber, but he's made other videos and they're video essays. So he's made other ones, and I want to check out the other ones that he's made as well. But this story I thought was particularly interesting because I like Tiny Tim. For those of you who don't know who Tiny Tim is, I'm not talking about the little crippled character from A Christmas Carol. I'm talking about the musician from the 60s and the 70s who had the very unique voice and was kind of like this out there musician. So in the video, he talks about Tiny Tim's really kind of troubled life, kind of strange life, and the strange things that he did. But to me, when I watched it, he seemed like a real, true artist because all he ever wanted to do was perform. Yes, he was out there, he was strange, but I kind of like the fact that he was strange. Not that I agree with every decision that he did in his views that he took on personal things, but I like the fact that he was a strange out there person to go with his strange out there persona that he would showcase to, I guess, the general public. But one of the interesting things is that Tiny Tim didn't really seem to care too much about money or how much money he made. So he would play in these places that were kind of, I don't know, trashy, kind of places that a performer of Tiny Tim's size wouldn't want to play at. So he would play at places like dive bars and strip clubs and trailer parks. But to me, that's what a real musician does, because he didn't care about the fame or the money or, just trying to sell out the biggest crowds ever. He just really wanted to go out there and just perform, which to me is what a true musician wants to do and a true performer wants to do. And I respect Tiny Tim for that. Now, getting to the more weirdness of Tiny Tim, he did things, not everything I agreed with, but I do like the fact that he was as out there as you would expect him to be. And because a lot of times you see musicians that are, or not just musicians, but just people in entertainment in general, who put out this crazy persona of who they actually are. And behind the scenes, they're usually just kind of normal. Sacha Baron Cohen is kind of like one of the best examples of that, where he has these characters that are so zany out there, but the real guy, as far as we know, is normal. And also there's times where there are people who portray themselves as perfect, and then we find out later on that they're everything but perfect. But with Tiny Tim, he was kind of what he put himself out there as. He was weird and bizarre, and he had just out there, well, at least, and he wasn't afraid to show it, and he didn't care how the public perceived him. And I think that makes him one of the more interesting subjects in music of the 20th century. So that's about all I have to say regarding that. I'm just trying out something new, trying out a new style of video, seeing how I'm doing. Again, I hope to get better at this as I go along. But until then, just understand I'm new at this, and I don't know if anyone's going to care or anyone's going to like what I have to say, or if they're even interested in the subject matter, but I don't know. Oh, but one thing I forgot to mention, I think a lot of people, especially in my generation, did I hit the mic when I do that? I think a lot of people, especially in my generation, probably know Tiny Tim best because he's played a lot in SpongeBob episodes. So that's probably where a lot of the exposure was for Tiny Tim, at least for people who are my age, like in their, 20s and 30s, and I guess even early 40s or even younger. And so, yeah, that's mentioned in the video, but I just thought that I would bring that up. So yeah, that's about all I have to say. And I'm gonna click the remote and hopefully it works and we'll actually end the video. All right. Bye guys. Like, subscribe. I don't know. Bye guys. Yeah, see, I clicked the remote. It's not working.